Hello students. So here I am going to discuss Mritchukatikam. Mritchukatika. Mritchukatika is the small clay cart, right? Written by Shudrak. Shudrak is he is an author, Sanskrit author, very famous author, right? And he is famous for other dramas, but then Mritchukatika is very important and very famous drama written by Sanskrit author Shudrak. And Mritchukatika has 10 act Sanskrit drama. So there are 10 acts, right? A Prakarna, meaning its plot is creation of author's fancy rather than being based on epic material. So that is author's imagination, and that is Prakarna, right? Author has written. So Act 1, actually what I am discussing here, if you are aware that this is for English literature students, BA first year English literature student. Earlier there were two major subjects were there, but now this time they have changed the topics and they have introduced one more major, which is literature and language studies, major 1. Major 2, that is a study of drama, which we are going to discuss here, and next paper is study of poetry. So here we are discussing study of drama. Second part of study of drama is Indian classical drama, and there are two drama in Indian classical which are suggested in your syllabus. First one is Abhigyan Shakuntalam, which is written by Mahakavi Kalidas, and second one is Mritchukatika, which is written by Shudrak. What we are going to discuss here. So what is the, and act 1 is suggested to your course. So that is uh, Prakarna means is a plot, is a plot is a creation of author's fancy rather than being based on epic material, that is author's imagination. And act 1 titled The Gems Are Left Behind. Just remember, the act 1's title is The Gems Are Left Behind, sets the stage for unfolding narrative, introduce key characters, their circumstances, and central conflict. So I'm repeating here in first part, name the gems are left behind, and sets the stage for unfolding narrative. So his narrative will be there, and then introducing key characters. So where author is introducing key characters. So first is, that is a prologue, introduction. Prologue is introduction. The play opens with prologue, where the Sutradhar is uh, what we can say, that Sutradhar is coordinator or stage manager, introduces the author. So he comes on the stage and he introduces author, King Shudrak, right? Author, of course, King Shudrak. It is said that he was the king. So Shudrak is described as a brave and handsome Kshatriya king. So he is brave and very handsome person, Kshatriya king, and learned in various arts and science, and he is intelligent, and that's why he learned art and science as well. A devotee to Lord Shiva, and he is a devotee to Lord Shiva, and who lived in a ripe old age, and he is quite old now. And this prologue, though somewhat self-praising, serves to establish the playwright's authority. He self glorified himself, but that is somewhat playwright's authority. So he can whatever he wants to do, and hits at the blend of heroic and earthly themes to follow. And as far as theme is concerned, so that is heroic as well as earthly themes are there, right? So that is first part, prologue. In prologue, where author has discussed. Number two, setting and atmosphere. The author has set the ancient city of Ujjaini. Please take care. So that is ancient city of Ujjaini, Ujjain Nagri, and the atmosphere is initially melancholy. So in the beginning, atmosphere is said that is melancholic and reflecting the protagonist's financial distress. Protagonist is facing financial distress, but quickly shifts to one of intrigue and bourgeoning romance. But uh, very soon uh, he is he falls in love with the heroine, right? So who is heroine, we are going to discuss now. Main characters here, Charudat is the hero, the protagonist, a noble and virtuous Brahmin merchant, he is a businessman and noble and Brahmin by caste, and who has fallen on hard times, but due to his excessive generosity, he is very generous, and but then he has to face hard time he's facing, because he gives his all valuable things to others, right? Now, despite his poverty, he maintains his integrity, kindness and poetic sensibility. Though he is suffering, but then he tries to maintain his integrity and kindness and even poetic sensibility. He laments his reduced circumstances, and he feels for his reduced circumstances, feeling a sense of uh, emasculation and embarrassment that his once frequent guests no longer visit. Why he's paining? Why he said? Because his friends who were good friends when he had money, now they never visit to him. That's why he feels pain, and he's accompanied by his loyal friend Maitra, right? So, but yes, his one friend is very loyal to him, named Maitra, Maitreya, right? So now Maitreya is his good friend. Now on Vasant Sena. Vasant Sena is a female protagonist and a renowned, wealthy courtesan, right? नगर वधु, right? पूरे नगर की wife, right? So she is courtesan and wealthy and beautiful, very renowned. She is beautiful, intelligent, refined, right? All qualities she possesses despite her social status. But her social status is very low. Why? Because she is Nagarvadhu. She is portrayed as having a noble character, right? She is portrayed as she has a noble character, compassionate and deeply smitten with Charudat for his virtues rather than his wealth, and she falls in love with Charudat. However, she is quite aware that Charudat does not have money, but then still she loves Charudat. Then her wealth is a stark contrast to Charudat's poverty. Charudat is now suffering like anything, but then this is the contrast. And heroine Vasant Sena is very rich, adding a layer of complexity to their budding relationship. But she loves, and he also loves, right? Now, So they love one another. Now next is, that is uh, Shakara, right? Shakara or Samasthanka, and antagonist, right? Villain. The king's brother-in-law. He is crude, arrogant, and foolish man driven by lust and sense of entitlement. So he is very lusty, and he he feels that he is superior than other to other, because he comes from a well-off family. He relentlessly pursues Vasansena, and he just wants to have Vasansena, and misunderstands insult as compliment due to his lack of understanding of other languages, and then he behaves abnormally. Now next character is Maitreya, Charudat's loyal Brahmin friend, Maitreya, and Vidushak, clown, as name suggests, clown or gesture. These are the different characters, right? And she is very loyal, and now he provides comic relief, but also act as a confident to Charudat, sharing his lamentation and offering practical, if sometimes cynical, advice. So Maitreya, Charudat's loyal Brahmin friend, and he provides comic relief, but sometimes act as confident to Charudat, sharing his lamentations and offering practical, if sometimes cynical advice. So he gives good advice to Charudat. Now Vita. Vita is the companion or attendant of that lady, Vasansena, who tries Samasthanka or Vasansena, and who tries to mediate Samantha, Saman, Samasthanka's crude behavior, right? Now, what's the plot summary? Plot summary is Charuda's poverty and lamentation as he lament, and the act begins with Charuda's expressing his deep sorrow over his financial ruin. He laments the loss of his wealth, which has led to his friends abandoning him, because he feels that though money is temporary, but my friends have already left me. So he is paining like anything, and then uh, then the act begins with Charudat expressing his deep sorrow over his financial ruin. Then he laments the loss of his wealth, which has led to his friends abandoning him, and then he finds solace in the company of his steadfast friend Maitreya, right? So that's Maitreya. However, he is only friend, but then he is happy with his loyal friend Maitreya. Now, Vasansena's pursuit and refuge means. Meanwhile, Vasansena is being relentlessly pursued by the lustful and arrogant Samansena and his uh, retinue, right? So that she is chased by these people, and she uh, indignantly rejects his advances, and she does not like, and then deliberately she refuses all advances, and fleeing from him, she seeks refuge, and slips into Charudat's house, and then she hides herself into Charudat's home, which is open. Now, the first encounter and growing affection. Charudat and Maitreya are unaware of Vasant Sena's presence initially. They are not aware that Vasant Sena is inside the Charudat's home. But when Maitreya returns after an altercation with Samant, Samanthanka, Samanthanka outside, he recognizes Vasant Sena. Vasant Sena already enamored with Charudat from a provided encounter at a temple. So Vasant Sena likes Charudatna. So then a further touched by noble character and his chivalrous demeanor even in his poverty. Though he is very poor person, but still he maintains his dignity. So that's why Vasant Sena, she likes it. And then the gems for next is the gems for safekeeping, to create an excuse for future meetings and to test Charudat's honesty. She keeps Vasant Sena intentionally leaves a casket of valuable jewels in Charudat's custody. She gives her all jewelry to she keeps in a corner, and then she tests the Charudat ostensibly for safekeeping, and she acts that she's keeping jewelry for jewelry here so that it will be safe. Then this act signifies her trust and her growing affection for him, and this way she shows her affection and trust to Charudat. Now, Vasant Sena's departure. After securing her objective, Vasant Sena returns to her own house and leaving Charudat with the precious casket. And she says that you have to take care of my precious casket. Now, themes emerging in Act 1: love transcending social boundaries, the immediate attraction uh, between the noble but poor Brahmin Charudat and wealthy Katsin Vasant Sena introduces the central theme of love that defies societal norms and material considerations. And then Vasant Sena's love for Charudat is based on his virtues, not his wealth or social standing. Now, poverty and its impact. So, Charudat's lament over his lost wealth highlights the theme of poverty and its consequences, including the desertion of fair weather friends. It also emphasizes his inherent nobility as he remains virtuous despite his reduced circumstances. Now, next is that's a virtue versus vice. The stark contrast between Charudat's generosity and integrity and uh, and Samasthanka's arrogance and lust establishes the conflict between virtue and vice, a recurring theme throughout the play. Then fate and fortune. Charudat's sudden turn of fortune from wealth to poverty hits at the role of destiny and the unpredictable nature of life. Then appearance and reality. Vasant Sena's use of jewels as a present for her desire to connect with Charudat suggests a theme of underlying intentions and complexities of human relationship. And literary devices, if we talk about literary devices, so then dramatic irony, the audience is aware of Vasant Sena's true intentions for leaving the jewels, while Charudat believes it to be a genuine act of safekeeping. creating dramatic irony. And then character establishment. Act 1 effectively introduces the main characters and establishes their core personalities and motivations, setting on the stage for their interactions and conflicts. Now, foreshadowing and shadowing, so that Vasant Sena's intentional leaving of jewels for shadows future events, right? And the central role play will play role they will play in the plot, and the relentless pursuit by uh, Samasthanka also hints at the trouble he will cause later. So, Act 1 of Mrich Katika serves as a compelling introduction uh, to the play, immersing the audience in the world of Ujjaini and introducing passionate yet challenging love story that is about to unfold. And it masterfully sets up the social, economic, and emotional landscape against which the drama will play out. So that is there. Thank you so much.